Coach Smith, your thoughts on the game?
Well, obviously I'm delighted to be bagging the 3 points tonight. The game really unfolded in a fashion that I expected. Our wide flank play was very good. We looked bright and purposeful from dead ball situations, and in the first half I felt as though we deserved to go in a goal to the good. Second half was a slightly different picture. They, I thought, started to deal with our wider threat better. I think Tommy changed shape a little bit, and the game looked like it was really petering out to a 0-0 draw. There were some substitutions, as you saw, to try and just jumpstart something more exciting and positive. And my hope is in the end it worked, because Rapapa out wide does a wonderful job 1v1 against their fullback, earns the corner, and the rest, So delighted. We've got a lot of players out. I felt as though there were times we missed Lebo's technical ability and creativity. Daniel and Cameron are arguably the best forwards at USL level, and of course, we're missing captain and Derek. So they're big players to try and continually keep filling those cracks. And I thought that the group did a wonderful job tonight to get a victory out of what looked like it was really going to be a draw.
Walk us through the set piece at the very end there that Jimmy ended up scoring. And it seemed like a pretty run-of-the-mill play.
It was. Yeah, there was nothing out of the ordinary. It wasn't really a training ground movement. JD's delivery to the back post looked like it caught them a little bit by surprise. We have some good targets in there, some big bodies, and in the end, one of them counted. Seen it multiple times where teams break the deadlock or win a game in such a tight affair with a set piece, and that was obviously the case.
I felt like you were really looking to get the ball to wide areas with Allen and Carlton and even Darnell. How did you feel like the midfield did with Lebo out? Were you happy with the change creation?
Well, the first period, they played in a shape and a format that we might have expected. They've had some joy, and they've been in a good run. It offers wide areas as a bit of an outlet or a staging ground for attacks. We'd worked and looked at trying to take advantage of that in the first period. I thought we did that well. Alan looked bright, got in some really good positions, caused the fullback a lot of problems. Likewise, Colton on the far side. Final ball, final shot, effort wasn't quite where we probably would have liked it. And I felt one of the biggest issues, given the changing dynamic of the shape of the team, was when we did get into some good spots, not enough players breaking into the penalty area, not enough targets. And Kenny and Bolu are very similar guys in more of a foundational role in that midfield. They did a great job, but you lack that extra body getting higher up the field. But that's a consequence of players being out, and they did a wonderful job, the pair of them, and in the end it was enough, and that's all we needed. We needed it to be enough.
This is Matt's 100th career shutout. Obviously, I think it probably goes without saying how important he has been to this team in his first 2 years, but what did you think of his performance, and what has kind of his presence meant to you guys?
Well, I think the word there is presence that he gives the group. With his experience and physical stature and vocality back there, I think he's, if you look back at his career and what he's achieved, he's one of the top goalkeepers, or one of the best goalkeepers I've seen in the US in my time. The ability for him to continually move his career on, and the amount of games that he's played, I think is testimony to the professional nature of the world that he works in. tonight's performance probably wasn't one of his most outstanding. He did what he needed to. He made a couple of important interceptions and saves, and when called upon, he did what he does and has done for 100 times before that. He's kept a clean sheet.
Any other questions?
You just feel like you kind of have a knack for that last minute or last, and winner here?
Let me tell you, it does nothing for my stress levels. The inner anguish that you feel on the touchline, the delight and the sheer exhilaration of scoring that late, knowing that you pretty much won the game, is amazing. But I had 90 odd minutes of tension and turmoil sitting on that bench. We got 5 games at home here. We want to keep the pressure on the top groups. We still feel that there's an outside chance of the Eastern Conference title. To keep in that race, you got to win. We have to keep the pressure on. It's not in our hands now. But if we don't keep the pressure on, then the teams above us go into their games knowing that the world's a much more comfortable environment to work in. Birmingham are now going to go to Indy, they're going to be at home to Indianapolis on Friday. As far as I can tell, they've got to win that game. Birmingham have been on a terrific run. They've now lost 2 on the spin. I can't believe anyone in that group's going to want to lose the game. So now all of a sudden there's a little bit more edge, I believe, in the Birmingham side. I would, looking at their group, they're a good side. They've moved on. Speaking to their manager before the game, he's seen some real positives, and understandably, in the run they've been in. So this is a good result tonight with players out. It wasn't an easy game. It never was going to be. I'm sure they were aware they had 2 very, very tough games. They've got to win the next one. And if they can, then tonight's result will be worth even more.
We have another tough match this weekend against a really good Pittsburgh team. Can you take anything from this match to build on, apart from the 3 points?
Yeah, of course. There were some good performances. The first half for me was the more positive display. We'll have some players coming back at the weekend. Daniel has had 20 minutes tonight, which is a nice step forward. I would hope that Lebo and Derek are a step closer. And slowly but surely, I think we start to piece together a group that looks like a championship winning team. Now, is that an Eastern Conference winning team? Maybe. But I certainly want to be in as good a position as I can be to have a very decent run in the post-season. The Pittsburgh team we've got coming in, as always under Bob Lilly, are extremely difficult to play against. They're doing a terrific job. They're in a great spot. But what we know is, if we can take care of them, however that comes about, then we do ourselves another massive favour in the step towards a conference title possibly, and a top 4 spot.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Feels amazing. It was a hard-fought battle from all of us, and we grinded it out to the last seconds of the game and pulled off the 3 points, which is amazing.
When Justin was lining up for the corner kick, were you thinking, okay, this is mine, this is the one that I'm getting?
I had a good feeling it could have come my way, and I was just ready for it. I was gonna win my battle, and I did, and I couldn't really see what happened after I hit it, and yeah, saw it in the back of the net.
Obviously, you got the winner there at the end, but you also kept a clean sheet and put in a pretty solid defensive performance. How did you feel like the back line held up, and how did you feel like Matt Pickens did with his 100th clean sheet?
I think we're all very strong. I mean, we didn't really give them too many chances. We kept them in front of us, communicated well, and Matt Pickens behind us it's a nice cushion for sure. I mean, he's strong in the air. He's a great leader for us, and with his experience, it really helps us. He comes up big numerous times, and he has, and he has 100 clean sheets now, and that's great for him. Well deserved.
Over the course of, I think especially the second half, it seemed like they had a lot of moments that looked dangerous, but either you or Forrest was basically always there to kind of cut out that last cross. Is that something that you kind of foresaw as the way it was going to play out, with maybe some danger? But
yeah, we knew it was going to be tough, and we just had to be ready in good positions at all times, and no sleeping from the backs. So I think we showed that well. We were always in a good spot.
Any other questions?
You had the team's 50th goal tonight, and having Dino Rios back in the lineup after injury, what does that mean for production going forward and the amount of goals you guys have scored at this point?
That's great. It's great having Rios back. He's been a huge part of this team, and he's getting his fitness back as well, slowly but surely, and he's always dangerous up there. He's good all around, number 9, good at holding the ball, and obviously he's still in the Golden Boot race, so and I can see him coming close to that with these remainder games.
you're going to hawk him down on the Golden Boot race, though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm coming for him. Coming for his spot. Sorry, Daniel.
Your longevity, too.
Yeah, I don't know about a good goalkeeper, but an old goalkeeper. Listen, I'd be disrespectful or selfish if I didn't have an ode to all the players and teams that I played with that have, worked their tail off in front of me. Every 100 of those shutouts, including tonight as well. The guys did a good job tonight. Above all, I'm just happy about the 3 points. It makes it sweeter than just having a point this time of year. So moving in the right direction, got the monkey off the back. Now we're just keep going. So
Are you going to go home and blow up all your social media about it?
no social media here. I'm gonna check on my kids, make sure they're sleeping, and go to bed and wake up and get ready for Saturday.
You guys did a good job, not only with the late winner, but just holding Birmingham. I think it was 6 total shots.
Yeah.
How do you feel like overall the defense performed in front of you?
Good. We've been playing pretty decent defense. Something that we've gotten better at this half of the year. Guys like Allen that come on the field and are able to help in the possession, break lines, so we're able to get out of our defensive half a little bit easier. That helps. So it's good to have him on the field tonight. And same with Belmar. Those guys, these two, they have athleticism, and that frightens teams. So they're going to drop back. They're going to make it easier for us defensively when they're on the field.
Alan, it seemed like you were able to get isolated one-on-one with defenders on a few occasions. Was that something that you anticipated coming into the game, and kind of did it play out the way that you were expecting it to?
I try to anticipate that every game. That's my role out in the wing, is to try to isolate myself with that right back or that central midfielder, whoever I'm facing against. And it worked pretty well in the first half. Obviously didn't execute with an assist or a goal, and then transitioned a little bit into the second half, but it kind of slowed down. But definitely could do more, and that is what I want to do each and every game.
Is that something that, as you were kind of going through, especially the course of the first half, saying, okay, I'm getting job A done, but I'm not finding that final ball or that shot?
I mean, that just comes with a challenge, right? I mean, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it. So it's just keep pushing, keep chipping away, and it's one of those games where it didn't happen, but we have guys like Jimmy that can put the ball in the back net in the 90th minute, and that helps going forward. So.
Yeah, we talked a little bit just about how you started the first half really strongly and just kind of faded off a little bit in the second half, where Birmingham kind of stepped up a little bit. What did you see in that second half from Birmingham that kind of made it tough to break them down?
They got a lot better. They got a lot better since last time we played them. I think last time we played them, they had a few injuries. They got a couple guys back. They're more athletic. They got a little bit more bite to them, which is hard. It's hard to deal with building out and getting pressure going forward. I just think that we did start the game well, and I thought they actually started the half off a lot better, because when they go in the half 0-0, they're thinking, what we need is a goal. We got 45 minutes left for this game, so they're still in it. So mentally, we knew there was going to be a little push from them. They just played Friday night, so we knew there was going to be a little bit of die-off probably towards the end. It's typical teams that have a couple days rest. So credit to the boys that kind of recognized that and pushed on a little bit more to get 3 points.
Alan, obviously you're happy with the 3 points at the end of the day, but is there almost a little bit of regret of saying, okay, we need to get the job done better as kind of the offensive specialists to make it, so that we don't have to wait for a 92nd minute set piece or whatever it is?
I don't ever see opportunities like that as regrets, just more as gateways to get better. You always have these things where you don't always doesn't click all the time, but that just propels you like, okay, maybe I need to do better in this aspect. I need to do better in this, whether that's defensively or offensively. And sometimes it happens and it's great, but there's never regrets when it comes to not being able to do your job sometimes, because sometimes it helps like reflect a little bit and think, okay, what do I need to do to be better the next game? So hopefully Saturday it's
What do
better.
you need to do to be better the next game?
Score. That's about it. Score and assist. That's it. And everything else is good, but just get that final product.
And Alan, you're starting off your career, whereas Matt, he's been in the game for a while now. What things have you learned from him, just watching him, get to this point in his clean sheets in his career?
That he stretches all the time. It's crazy. I don't understand. I stretch a little bit, then he's stretching the next 30 minutes. I'm like, I'm done. I'm sweating and he's still going. So that's one thing I'm taking away. Stretching and ice bathing and all recovery. Good stuff.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much.
Cool. All right, thanks, guys.